I need to put my hair up in a bun. So this is before. This is before. Somebody commented on my video like, you never wear your hair down. It's always up in a bun. So I took my bun down, and I haven't combed my hair all day. I haven't even combed my hair in like a week or so, actually. But, you know, for that person that said, you don't never wear your hair down. You always talk about somebody in their weaves. You don't take your hair down. Yes, I do. I just, see, it's just, yeah. Anyway, this is before, and this is after. So, hello, everyone. Thank you for tuning in. I am JayLee. This is JLeesCorner. This is my review for Love at the Lockup. It's Season 2, Episode 25. Whew, these people. Okay, fix it, please. So, first of all, if you have not done so already, please take a moment to subscribe to my channel and become a whole JayBird. Dun, 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 and all that goodness. Okay? Do not forget to also like this video. Please like this video. It helps YouTube share, your favorite YouTuber stuff. That's always a great thing. Hit that notification bell because it lets you know when I have a new video up. And you can always follow me on IG at J_Lees_Corner. A link to my IG is in the description box below. Okay? And that's JAY, not the letter J. Okay, so let's get started on this particular episode. We have first up Lacey, Shane, and John. But it's really just Lacey and Shane today. That picture of Shane's face still creeps me out. Girl, it's like a Mr. Potato Head or, I don't know, an operation gone bad. I'm not sure. But, they're up first. So, Lacey drove all the way, like 7 or 8 hours to get Shane from his destination, okay? And she's waiting outside because remember, she has never seen him in person. She has never even seen a video, they haven't done like any video chats or whatever. All she had was pictures he sent her that could have been of anybody, okay? Truth be told. So she's like, I just can't wait, you know what I'm saying? Because he's so romantic, he's so affectionate, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, you talking as if you know this man in real life. I never get when people be like, oh, this stranger that I met, you know what I'm saying, who's on a federal or state vacation, it's so this and so that. How do you do know everybody is nice when they're on a federal or state vacation? Everyone is, okay? Even pets in kennels are nice until you take them out the cage and then they bite you. Okay, you can't be doing that. But, you know what I'm saying? She's happy as a clam, okay? And then we see someone walking out. Okay, and I'm like, oh, okay. Now from afar, I was like, oh, hey, Shane. Oh, hi, how are you, Shane? I'm like, okay, from afar. Now, close up, Shane is attractive, okay? However, Shane is going bald, okay? And also, Shane is a baby. Shane is 21. Even though Lacey is only 29, he's a baby to me because I'm 37. So, I'm just, no, I ain't nothing I can do with a 21-year-old. But he's an attractive person, but I do want him to shave his hair because, you know what I'm saying, the thinness is just getting to me. When he walked out, look, I'm like, hey, again, he's an attractive young man, okay? But he's also someone's child, okay? He's someone's child, and I can't do that to someone else's child. Anyway, So now they meet or whatever, and oh my God, he's handsome. He's so cute. He's sexy, you know what I'm saying? Get swifting. She want to get swifty and yeah, or whatever. If you don't watch Rick and Morty, you won't get it, but, it's the whole thing. Anyway, but she's happy with how he looks. She finds him attractive. She says he's more attractive than his pictures. So Shane says how he feels like Lacey is the one, okay? She's the one for him. He's so happy she drove all this way for him. That means he must really be special. She must really care for him. And all, she's the love of my life. I'm like, bro, you have to wait in line, okay? She has a whole fiance, okay? And some kids. So, you are like third or fourth down the love of life line. I'm like, you just have to wait for the other kids, for the fiance, for her daddy, because her daddy don't know about you either. Her daddy gonna have a whole conniption probably when he finds out. But anyway, they go to the car and they kissing and hugging and kissing in the car. You know what I'm saying? Just getting acquainted with each other. And he say, "Are we gonna make a movie tonight?" I said, "Make a movie? Is y'all gonna make a movie?" They may, because we know what she does. Okay, at home on her computer. Anyway, you know what I'm saying? But I'm like, do you realize that you are on national television making out with this young man and you have a whole fiance, Lacey? A whole fiance. Her fiance isn't even bad looking either. Like, you couldn't wait for one kind to get another one? I just don't get it. Anyway, so they driving or whatever. He like, I just want to get some alone time with my girl. I want us to get close, okay? Closer than close. I say, well, again, you're going to have to wait in line. Well, no, he may be first up. He'll be first up because, again, her fiance does not get out for like a couple more weeks. So as she's driving or whatever, Shane on her phone and, oh, what's your passcode? I'm like, you don't need her passcode. And she said, we're going to get you your own phone. I said, yes. Or just unlock your phone for him. You don't have to give him your passcode. And then she kept giving him the wrong code as if he'll say, oh, well, don't worry about it. I don't need the phone. No, he wanted to get on the phone. Okay, so as they driving, her phone starts ringing within the car, and then she's like, I gotta take this. She pulls over on the side of the road to get out the car and take the phone call, because who is it? It's her fiance John, who's also calling from prison. And then he's like, you've been avoiding me, like I've been calling you all day. She's like, yeah, I didn't even know that you were calling or whatever. Like, yeah, you up to something, baby girl. You're like, do you? Because you must be doing you or whatever. So you up to something that I don't know what. He knows she's up to something. He was talking that same stuff when she was driving up, and he knew something was off or whatever. No, you are tripping or whatever, you know what I'm saying? No, you just be calling at weird times, and, I be busy or whatever, so I told you, I will call you back later. I'm like, this is the thing. When your person is in prison, you kind of don't say, call me back later, because they can't call you at any time, but she is like, I have been ignored. It was just so funny because she's standing outside her car. Like, she walked away like maybe 10 feet away. And Shane is in her car. He like, I trust her, even though she's taking a phone call out the car. I trust her, whatever. And when she comes back and get in the car because John hung up on her, he's like, is everything okay with the phone call? She was like, it is what it is. He's like, you can talk to me. You know what I'm saying? We can talk. And he's like, I know. It's just, it's whatever. I'm like, they so gullible. Girl, a full D-mess. Now, we don't see what they do because we have to wait until the next episode to see that. I'm like, y'all is going to be up in here tripping. Now we have up Angela and Tony. Now, as you see, Tony has been out of jail for 2 hours. Okay, 2 whole hours, and they are still in the car driving around somewhere. I don't know anyone who, has been out for a couple hours and haven't stopped to do something, with the person that they're out here with. But, they both of them just smiling or whatever. I'm like, Okay, and so as they up there, riding around or whatever, riding around and getting into whatever, he still wants a steak dinner, okay? And he has a few hours before he has to be at the halfway house. He has to be at the halfway house by 7:20, okay? He cannot be late. So they're going for dinner because he wants steak. She's like, what happens if you're like late to the halfway house? He's like, oh, I'll go back to jail. Like, it'll be a nationwide manhunt for me. Like, well, last time I was out, I did leave and I didn't go to the halfway house, and I was, gone for like 2 weeks, and then they caught me, and it was what it was. So, well, okay, we're gonna make sure to get you there on time, but I also want to make sure that you have time to get your blowjob. And I said, wait, what? Say what now? And he's like, oh, look, what I'm saying, you're not some 2-bit garden tool. The words I have to say, okay? I want our first time to be special. You know what I'm saying? My mom raised me better than that. I don't want it to be some, something that doesn't mean anything. I want it to mean something. I'm like, he is landed on thick. Okay, thick as thieves. He is using her. If ever I thought he was using her, now is the time. Because this is the thing. No man, no person fresh out of a state or federal vacation, okay, turns down some sloppy toppy. No one turns that down, but he is literally saying, like, we're going to have to wait. We're going to have to wait. And she like, I can't believe, you know what I'm saying, he don't even want to have, like, a quickie somewhere. Like, because he had all that talk when he was locked up. He was locked up for 4 years. So he hasn't had any for 4. She said she hasn't had any in 5. So, I mean, he then say, you know what I'm saying, we're going to have to wait or whatever. On our next date, we can have sex. And I'm like, and he told her that over dinner because they get to the restaurant or whatever, and the steak looked good until he cut it up. His steak looked raw, okay? It was very much so, you know what I'm saying, rare. Okay, it was too much pink for me. I'm like, no, thank you, sir. I don't want that. You know what I'm saying? But he said it was delicious. It looked juicy. It just was too pink for my taste, okay? And so he's happy that the food is great. You know, some steak, some potatoes, some asparagus or whatever. Delicious. And again, he like, you know, our next date, we can, you know, to have some alone time together to do some things and everything or whatever. But he can't even see her for another week because when he first gets to the halfway house, you can't have any communication or contact with anybody for like the first week or whatever. He won't even know when he'll be able to see her until after she's gotten there and has gotten rules and regulations and you know what he'll be able to do. So of course she is disappointed because she wanted to be with her Tony. But I'm like, Tony's playing you. And the reason I also feel like he's playing her is because every other couple, once the dude gets out, they at least have a confessional. He don't have no confessional. And I'm like, he must not have made it too long to be with her. And here, she looks so sad. She looked like I'm just reliving the worst time of my life. I am reliving when he played me for some steak and some kisses in the car. I feel like that's what she's giving us here. Okay? And I'm like, First day out, he turning it all down. Angela, run! He playing you. So she then asked him over dinner, so what about the wedding? He's like, oh, you got some plans? She's like, you know what? Yeah, I want to get married in the summer. He's like this summer? She's like, yeah, like, you know what I'm saying? I want to get married this summer. He was like, oh, okay, we can do that. You know what I'm saying? She's like, so any date I pick, you'll like it. He was like, yeah. Any man who tells you, okay, yes, let's get married this summer is lying to you. He's telling her what she wants to hear. He don't mind kissing her or whatever, but you see, because who knows who that man kissed in prison. So I feel like I'll kiss whatever now because it doesn't matter. But he's still he's being nice to her. He's not being mean or standoffish or whatever. He's been affectionate, but he's still keeping it to a certain level. We can kiss and hug and that's it. That's the first base only. That's it. I just can't kiss and hug. That's it. That's all he want. No hanky panky. No jiggy jiggy. No squeaky squeaky. Nothing. Okay. And then they leave to go to the halfway house or whatever. And she's like, yeah, you know, I just can't wait to be with you. I want to touch on you. I can't wait to you. And he's like, oh, I'm outside at night. Can you believe it? I am outside at night. And I'm like, she over here talking about sex. And you talking about, I can't believe I am out. Look at this shit. Look at this. It is nighttime. And she's like, oh, yeah, you know, you're outside at night. But I'm like, he's changing the subject. I'm like, oh, my God. It's just so. And they was kind of running late a little bit. He's like, can you speed up? Tony, I'm going as fast as I can. They get there in time or whatnot. And they kiss and hug and kiss. Before he got there at 7:19, he was supposed to be there at 7:20, and so they kiss and hug and kiss. And she's like, "I love you." He's like, "I love you too." You hear me? I love you. Okay, I love you. He need her for like 1 or 2 more things before he leave her. So I love you. I love you. So when I call you in a week for some money or because I need something, you would think he loves me. He loves girl. Tony is playing her, and it's so sad. I can see the writing on the wall. Okay, all on the wall. And that was it. And he goes to the halfway house. Next, we have Cheryl and Josh. Okay, now Cheryl is, you know, at the little, because she drove to Oklahoma. No, Colorado. She drove to Colorado to get him, okay, because she lived in Texas, and he's in Colorado. Is it Colorado or Oregon? I think it's Colorado. I don't know, whatever. I'm like, what state is he in? But She got all dressed up, and she's in like a little cocktail gown, or a cocktail dress. It's a short cocktail dress or whatever. It looked cute, looked nice. But I'm like, you was really dressed up to go to prison. So she, like, we want to spend some time together. So, what I'm saying? I'm going to borrow this blanket from the hotel room because we're going to need it, before we get back here. Meaning, we're going to stop somewhere and have sex out in public. And we want to have a blanket to lay it down on the ground. I'm like, why people can't wait to get back to a room? If you waited this long, you can wait to get to a room to where, won't know. Just don't do it outside. Not the first time. Not the first. I don't mean if you being, oh, let's be different or whatever. Cool, but you don't know that man yet. Have you read his test results yet? I don't know, but it is what it is. So, you know what I'm saying? She get there, whatever. I just love him so much. He's the love of my life, you know what I'm saying? He has these nicknames for me, you know what I'm saying? He calls me a turd burglar. I said, I said, what? And on what planet, Earth, or Pluto, I don't know, on what planet, period, does someone say that's a nickname? A turd burglar. I said, okay. Anyway, you know what I'm saying? I'm just like, Cheryl is weird, okay, because she then brings up how he wanted a baby so bad that he saved his stuff, his stuff in a plastic bag, gave it to her, and said, go impregnate yourself with that. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead and inseminate yourself with my stuff. I said, oh, okay, y'all, this is crazy. And but I threw it away. I didn't keep it. First of all, how did he get a baggie of anything? Girl, I don't even want to know. So, she waiting outside. He comes out. And, I mean, he just reminds me of like a Ted Bundy. He's attractive. He's not an ugly gentleman or whatever. It's fine. But, I mean, he also looks young, old. Look at that. Like, right there, he looks old. And then here, not so. And the other one, not so much. But, I just, they were smiling the whole time. This is the one picture that I got of them. Oh, he's in Colorado. That's true. But, I mean, and so they just out there just hugging and hugging and hugging. I love you so much. You know what I'm saying? Oh, I just love you so much. And I'm like, he don't look regular. I don't know what it is. But, you know what I'm saying? They say they happy. You know what I'm saying? He say the reason he loves her so much is because she's so loyal. She's a very loyal person, and it's just great. You know what I'm saying? And I just want some alone time with my girl. Somebody go check Cheryl's post, make sure she okay. Okay, just make sure she is okay. And then she said, yeah, we're gonna go have some alone time. I found a perfect spot in the mountains, and it's close. I said, girl, that's called the side of the road. Okay, you're driving up mountains. This the side of the road. It's not special. I just go to the hotel, please, people. Next up, we have Lizzy and Danielle. And for some reason, I kept thinking her name was Izzy. I don't know why or whatever, but it is what it is. So, Lizzy's and Danielle. He's been gone. He keeps saying 3 years. She keeps saying 2. I'm confused just in general. Anyway, Lizzy is going to ride up to the jail with Daniel's mom, Teresa. Okay? But Teresa gets to her house, to Lizzy's house, and Lizzy isn't there. And she's, where you at? I'm waiting on you. You gotta hurry up. We gotta go on the road. I'm like, why are you rushing so bad? Like, it's okay. And so Lizzy gets to say she was running late because her class was running late. So we then have the mama, Teresa, and Lizzy. Okay? And, they in a car, and look, they don't get along too well. Okay? You can tell it's just weird. You know what I'm saying? In the car, Teresa like, I went to see Daniel 3 times. Since he was like that, why didn't you go see him? She's like, look, we and him talked about it or whatever. I couldn't take time off school or time off work. I couldn't afford it. So, you know what I'm saying? We agreed that I would support him from here. You know what I'm saying? I talked to him all the time. You know what I'm saying? So I was supportive in that way. The mama, whose name is Teresa, doesn't like that Lizzy seems to maybe not really be supportive because she didn't go see him. And as she later tells of, you know what I'm saying, he would ask her for money and she would not give it to him. She said because she couldn't afford it. He would ask me for money. I told him I can't afford it. Because again, she works at a gas station. So I'm pretty sure she's not making a whole bunch of money. You know what I'm saying? So girl. And she knew him for a week and a half. Look, I don't let people I've known for years get money from me, let alone someone I've known for years. You know what I'm saying? A week and a half, mama. So they then get to the hotel because they're gonna stay at the hotel. You know what I'm saying, for overnight. And the mama Teresa, she's being very pushy. She is asking a whole bunch of questions. I get that she's like, I just want to be sure that Lizzy really wants to be my son. I don't want my son, being abandoned later. I'm like, first of all, people break up all the time. I don't think she treating it as if they break up, her son's gonna just have a downward spiral and be lost and destitute. If your girlfriend breaks up with you, you just move on. Okay? But the mama, like, do you really love him? Are you gonna really be with him? Are you gonna support him? And that, I'm like, she isn't his wife, for one. And I also feel like I've only known him for a week and a half. Technically, he's still a stranger that she's been talking to in prison. A week and a half, a person is still a stranger. Period. People you've known for 3 months is a stranger. So a week and a half, he is a stranger. And the time they did spend together, they were both getting drunk and getting high. Anyway, Teresa is just, again, she's been a little bit pushy for my taste. And Lizzy brings up how, well, my mom, does not get involved in my relationships, and we and Daniel don't want our parents interfering in what we have going on. The mama then say, well, if he gets into trouble, if he breaks some rules, or if something happens because he's living at my house, I'm going to be held responsible for him. So because he's my son, I'm going to be involved if I see some not going right. And I mean, I get that to a certain point, but you shouldn't be up here questioning her as if she was the one locked up. Your son was locked up. She has partially been by his side the whole time. She didn't want to visit him or whatever. So, Teresa, like, have you been totally honest with him? Like, you don't have any boyfriend? Like, have you been told him everything? And we didn't hear her say yes, but I think she shook her head yes or whatever. But she does say in her confessional how, I have kept secrets from him. There are things that I did not tell him. And one day I'll be honest with him. And I hope, we can stay together after I be honest. Which just means she probably just wasn't single the whole time. She probably was out there getting it in. A little bit here, a little bit there, whatnot. And he wasn't the only one. Okay. So we see Daniel, who brings up how, him and Lizzy never really got a chance to even really get to know each other before he got locked up, because again, it was a week and a half. He's like, we was only just hanging out a little bit and it wasn't that much. So, I look different now. She hasn't seen me this whole time. I have all these tattoos now. I didn't have any of that before. He had tattoos on his face. He had an umbrella on his upside down umbrella under his eye. He said, well, that means that when I cry, there's no one here to catch my tears. I said, and he had a couple other ones that he talked about that I'm like, those are dangerous. Okay, Anyway, he brings up how, he knows his mama and Lizzy don't get along, and how sometimes Lizzy would call him and say, like, your mom gets on my nerve. I just want to beat her up. I'm like, well, that happens. But again, he's like, I just hope she, likes how I look now, because again, she hasn't seen me, I gotta sneeze, in a couple years. So Lizzy brings up how, because they get there to the mom and her get to the prison, and she brings up how, I've gained some weight since he last saw me. I'm saying I'm a little bit thicker. I hope he likes me, because again, they have not. I'm assuming they haven't exchanged pictures since then either, because the pictures that she keep looking at of herself are old pictures. So I'm like, y'all, like, you don't have no camera to send him no pictures. Anyway, so, they wait for him to get out, and the mama and her just up there hugging, and they all nervous. Lizzy's like, I'm gonna cry. I'm gonna cry. And we don't see him come out. We'll wait for the next episode for that. And then lastly, we have Vincent and Amber. Vincent and Amber is also a couple. Oh, nope, still nothing. It's a couple who you can, like, you know what? When they say couple found with a trunk full of mayonnaise and some body part, I don't know, there's some weird, they will be a weird headline, these two, and you're like, you know what, they did it, they did that shit, whatever they're accused of, they did that shit. And his face just looks like Is he asleep? He looked like he sleep with his eyes open, but he was talking, so he was awake. I don't know. And then she just looks normal, but she's also shell shocked because she's fresh out of jail. So, they go to the Airbnb that he's rented since he's going to be in town, and she's going to stay there at least for the night, is what they said for this episode. Amber brings up how when he wrote her that he was intelligent or whatever, he was supportive, and just not what she was used to beforehand. And again, remember, he wrote 10 people. And she was one of the 10. And she responded. Vincent brings up how he has never had a serious relationship. Like, excuse me, this is his first serious one. And is it really that? Because, again, she was in prison. So, he brings up how she wanted to have red meat, for the first time out. So he got, like, some shrimp and, like, some steak, all this stuff for her to eat because that's what she wanted. And he's going to barbecue it. But he also brings up how he's not good on the grill. He's better with a crock pot. I said, okay, crock pot king. You said, come through. But he's like, I don't really know. She's like, she has a sister named Erin who was not in prison. Okay, so Erin was like her mom's connection, like, to the outside world. Their mom is still locked up. She has 1 more year left on her sentence or whatever. So she just video chatting her sister. She's like, oh my god, I miss you, whatever. Hey girl, I'm out. Okay, the sister then sees Vincent via video chat, like, oh hey, you're cute, and you're cuter in person, whatever. Like, okay, if you say so. And then, like, all right, cool, I'll let you and your sister, catch up. And then when he walks back in the house, she's like, girl, look at me. Like, look at me. This is awkward. You know what I'm saying? He's weird. And, as she tells her sister. And they do have a very weird vibe. I feel like neither of them know what to do. Neither of them know what to say. And neither of them want to offend the other one. I think he wants to be more affectionate towards her, but he doesn't want to, make her feel like she doesn't want to do it. I think she wouldn't mind it, but she also feel like she doesn't know him, so she's like, don't touch me. So it's that whole weird thing. And then when he was grilling, he didn't even season the meat. Because she said, did you season the meat? He's like, no. She's like, well, you have to season it before you, barbecue it. I'm looking like, even if you don't know how to, I don't know how to barbecue. I don't. What I do know is that even though I don't know how to light a grill, I know that once the grill is lit, I have to season the meat. Okay, season the meat first and then put it on the grill. I'm like, who puts the Caucasianness of it all? This no seasoning? I'm happy she caught it. It would have been blah if not. So, they sitting down at dinner or whatever at this point in time. And, she brings up how, it's awkward for her. Mostly because she's fresh out. First day. She's like, everything is like weird. Like, driving in the car, being in the house, having a bed. All these firsts is weird for me. And it doesn't make it any better that he's kind of weird. You know what I'm saying? So, I'm like, girl. So they eat it, whatever, and she tells him, like, things are going to be kind of weird for me, because these are all first for me. He's like, well, I get it. And the Airbnb they have, she's sleeping in one room, and he's in the other. And, she's like, so don't wake me up early in the morning. I don't want to be woken up really early, you know what I'm saying? I want to sleep in. She's like, I'll let you sleep in as late as you want. And then, in his room, he's like, what I'm saying, sex is important or whatever, but I get that she's, fresh out and she doesn't, want to do it or whatever, and she wants to sleep in a different room, you know what I'm saying? But I just want to figure things out with us. And then in her room, she's bringing up how, you know what I'm saying, I'm just not ready to be with him like that. I just have to get to know him. And when she goes to bed, she locks her door. And I'm like, I don't think they not made for each other. I think, for one, they're both having something. Okay, that's for one. And I think that's why they're both awkward around each other. It's because they're weird around each other. But girl, just fix it. Anyway, if you have been watching this whole time, you have to put Kit Kats, bottled water, and Aflac. Yes! And I'm out. Peace.